Hi, my name is Kayla, and today I'm doing a pick a pile tarot reading. We got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And if you couldn't tell, if you watch any of my other videos, I'm trying a new little setup here. My desk is a little bit wonky for this sort of view, and I'm gonna have to wind up, like scooting up kind of like this. We'll see how it works out. Let me know in the comments if you like this setup more, if you would prefer the old one. So, here is pile 1. Oh, and this is just a general reading. I'm going to allow the cards to guide me where I need to go. So, you can think about a person, situation, and maybe your guidance wants you to focus on something else. Pile 2. And while we're here, let's just give thanks to your guidance for coming forward. And I'm also giving thanks to my guidance for helping me facilitate this reading. I've called forward your guides to come forward and assist me with this reading for you. And this is pile 3. So that it is only love, light, and the highest truth. Also, once again, sorry about my nails. They were nice and painted, and I went paddleboarding. So anyway, enough of me talking. Skip to where you want to go. And if you chose this for pile 1, then here is your reading. So I'm going to go in with this deck and get a general idea of your current energy. Okay, well, this is going to work. Okay. You go. You looked like you wanted to get out. Okay. Okay, so you have allow. How well can you see these? Allow, well-being, divine knowing, and secret garden. So it seems like you are taking action of some kind, or you have, in order to better your well-being. You're getting more connected with your divine knowing. You're getting more connected to your secret garden within your soul. Like, you are really just connecting deeply within yourself and focusing on you. And you're being called to allow these changes to go on and allow yourself to basically level up. So let's get a little bit more information from my moon deck. A little more information of maybe what it is exactly that's going on here. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah. Just kind of as I was saying. So it seems like you're in a level up period. You potentially, and we're about to see with the recent past, present, and the near future, what's been going on, but it seems like you've gone through a difficult period of just like really having to focus on yourself and like setting boundaries and really just trying to pour as much into yourself as possible. And yeah, your hard work is paying off. Your manifestations are coming forward. You've been listening to your divine guidance, to your knowing, and you've been really in touch with yourself. So let's look at the recent past. Okay. We got 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing a bit of an attachment to money or circumstances. The Tower, Page of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers. Interesting. So I'm for sure seeing something where there's a potential that either you were in a relationship where you depended on the other person financially and you were very just attached to that, or I don't know, there's definitely something with a relationship here that you were very connected with and it kind of came crashing down. You were far too attached. You were almost like blocking. I feel like this connection or whatever was going on in this connection was blocking you from these manifestations initially, but it was all part of the process. It probably felt like you were being blocked. It felt like you weren't making any progress and you felt very stagnant and holding back. And it's like this change happened anyway. if you want to sit here and try not to change and to try and hold on as much as possible, Spirit's going to make that happen. The tower's going to pop out, and shake your world around a little bit. Let's clarify the Lovers, because I'm wondering if this had to do with, like, the ending of a relationship. Oh, okay. God. Okay. So it kind of seems like, let me think. I'm almost thinking that in the recent past, you met someone or your relationship took a turn. Something started to look a little better. Like something caught your interest. And this is something you were very conflicted about, but you felt a lot of passion towards. And you felt like you and this person could work out. And I think to an extent you looked at this person as your savior, So either this is something new and those were feelings that you had in the recent past of like, oh my God, this person, they can save me or I can save them. That might be more likely. But, things where you felt a lot of very high energy towards this person and very much like could potentially even be like a codependent situation. And, you were just very, very conflicted with this. I wonder... Maybe you were released. Either you had a past relationship that ended, and recently you met someone that's kind of breaking you out of your old mindset. Or what I'm more so feeling is that there's someone new you met, and it's hard for you because of past experience you've been through. Maybe you're fighting with a bit of codependency right now, but I do see you breaking out of it. And let's just get into the present and hopefully get a little more of an understanding of what these energies are pointing me towards and where your guidance wants my attention to be. Oh, hello. Oh, there you are. It's two that fell. Okay. So what is going on in your present moment? Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. I want to clarify the Hierophant in reverse real quick. Oh, okay. You're getting a little impatient. You're being called to slow down because... Yeah. Okay. Very clear. I just want to clarify that before I talk too much. So, you are really in a period right now where you are leaving all this heartache and whatever went on in this recent past that was difficult for you, your tower moment, like you were very attached to something and it came crashing down and it left you feeling very uninspired, very like creatively blocked, almost like you lost kind of what it feels like to have fun in a sense. And then now I'm seeing you like on your journey, you're very grounded, you're moving forward, and you know that basically every step is progress. It seems that you're grasping that understanding, and now is like you're leaving behind all these old stories, you're moving forward, you're kind of like closing, that's the word I'm looking for, is like you're closing the previous chapter and looking on to this new light of like celebration, possibly marriage. That could be that connection with the Lovers coming forward where, this person is just much more grounded and understanding than the previous. And, you're really ready for this commitment. The only thing you're being called to be aware of is that you are in a period of time where you have, like with the Chariot, you have all this energy, you have all this drive, but you're being called to slow down. You're very focused on these riches, on, oh, I want this and I'm going to get this. And like all your manifestations, you're pouring so much energy into it, but you're being called to just slow down and take this as a learning experience and not so much like, I have all the answers, let's go, let's do this. Like, no, you haven't learned everything yet. Slow down, take in all the lessons, take in everything that's happened in the past, and really turn into the person that you want to be. Yes, you have all this high energy, this drive to get going, and oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want it now. But just slow down and make sure that your energy is in check before you pursue, what it is that you've been so focused on. You're clearly in alignment. Your hard work is paying off. You are, you're just very connected to your inner gifts. And especially with allow here, along with this, it really is making me feel like, you've done the work. You've put in everything that you pretty much can. Now's the time to slow down and allow allow yourself to reap in the benefits of this growth. So now let's see in the near future, how are things looking with this situation? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there is definitely something still going on. I don't know if it's remnants of the past. I don't know if it's just like a future type of energy. But there is definitely either something that has happened or something that is happening that you are not willing to look at, where it is someone kind of being sneaky behind your back. Someone with like ill intentions. Or I guess maybe not intentionally, but there's just someone that is going against what is best for you, right? And I'm seeing that you're not allowing in other help. You're feeling very blocked from moving forward. You're, what's the word? You're resisting change. You're resisting moving forward, like for sure with Two of Wands in reverse and Two of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, you just have a lot of resistance, and you're being called to be in more of an allowing and loving, intuitive type energy. Like I feel like these two go together very well, to just allow things to play out, allow yourself to be in your divine feminine, in your power, and just be connected to yourself emotionally, right? So let's see with the Lovers. I'm just pulling from my Zodiac deck to see if I get a little bit of insight. Okay, potentially a Taurus or heavy Taurus energy. Maybe that's you, maybe that's them. For what was going on with the Lovers in your recent past. Let's see what this person, going behind your back. They're potentially an air sign. Let's see if any other card wants to come out to kind of tell me maybe who this may be. To help you, if it resonates, whoever this resonates for, to give them an idea or a point in the right direction of who this potentially could be. Potentially a Libra. Interesting. I'm also a Libra. It ain't me, I promise. Okay. All right, and then what I want to do is okay, so we're gonna do two things here, right? I am going to see what is the highest and best energy for you to approach your future. I already know it has to do with allow. I already know it's connecting in with yourself emotionally, but I just want to see what other advice cards want to come out for where your energy basically should be going towards, any advice from your guidance. So I'm going to start with this deck. Your commitment is being tested. Very interesting. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let's go in. In what way is your commitment being tested? Hello. You're very indecisive about something. You're stuck between options. You have a decision to make. interesting. And then we have justice come out. This is a karmic decision. I mean, definitely a decision. Like, you are going back and forth between something, and it is karmic. This is meant to be happening. So let's see what you are deciding between. Okay, hello. You were deciding between walking away from a certain energy, a friendship, a career, could be anything. It's looking more so like it could be a relationship or a friendship. It's looking like something emotional like that, to lead you into the sun. Pure joy, fulfillment, happiness, like just a very vibrant energy. But you have to walk away from something. And as well, this may play in with 10 of Cups. And on the other end, I'm seeing if you stay within this connection, this friendship, and you decide to try and make things work with whatever this is, or career, it leaves you in a very cold, distant energy. And most important, in my opinion, is Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're getting the short end of the stick. If you stay within this career or within this connection with a person, whatever the hell, you are going to continuously get the short end of the stick, and it's going to make you bitter. It is going to make you bitter and fill your mind with negative thoughts. While if you walk away from whatever this decision is, or not walk away from the decision, you make the decision to step away, you get this. So, yeah, and that's interesting. So this plays into your commitment is being tested somehow. I'm willing to bet that it is commitment to a dream or a commitment to yourself, to keep yourself happy and to keep yourself satisfied. So let's just close out of this. I feel like that was pretty clear. So with help on your decision, you know, I feel like it may be best to walk away. Just putting that out there. But you could always try to make it work. You know, you always have free will. This is just guidance, you know, what your guidance wants you to know or consider. And you have free will, so you can always choose not to. Okay. So this is from my Starseed Oracle deck. I will hold up the card. I guess I'll do it now. Please focus. There we go. Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. So I'm going to read from the passage, because even though this one is quite clear on what it means, it always is nice to read the entire passage. I just feel like it gives you a lot of perspective. Yeah. All right. Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulder, to put your own oxygen mask on first. In these changing times, it's difficult not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others. That's incredible. But the way you've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say that you should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. This planet needs you to be healthy, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercise in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, then you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. At the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that isn't yours to carry. You can pick it up again in the next morning if you choose to do so, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. So I feel like this clearly, ties into what's going on with your abilities leveling up, with you leveling up, and kind of with someone that may not have your best interest. It's really looking like now really is a time to slow down, fill yourself, not worry so much. Like if you're panicking right now, like, oh my God, who is it in my inner circle that like isn't wishing the best for me? To just breathe, fill yourself, and then you can think rationally. Whatever it is that you're being called to potentially walk away from, or if you're wanting to stay in it, and whatever it is with this decision and these ideas, you're being called to just go within, breathe, and fill your own cup first. And then you can think rationally. Don't go into this like, already on empty. You're carrying everyone else's burdens. You've got everything and you're like, oh, now someone doesn't like me. Great, Like, don't worry about it. It's okay. It'll all work out. Everything happens for a reason. Just like you watching this video happened for a reason. So I really hope this resonated, and I hope to see you again in my next video or the one after, or just sometime. Let's catch up sometime. If you liked it, please leave a like or subscribe or maybe a little comment. Thank you for watching. And if you chose this crystal for pile 2, then this is your reading. All right, let's crack into it. So what is going on with pile 2? Pile 2, what is going on with you? Starting off general, and then I will get into specifics with some tarot. Pile 2. Cards are quiet right now. I'm wondering why. Oh, now they're not. Now they're not. Hello. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. Rendezvous, your thoughts, congruence, and the Akash. Fire. Okay, interesting. Some sort, okay, that's definitely, I would assume is separate, but we'll clarify and see what's going on. But there is some sort of rendezvous going on. I always take that as someone in your past is coming forward to talk to you. I don't know what about, but someone from the past is connecting in. Someone you haven't talked to in a while, a rendezvous. Your thoughts, congruence, the Akash, and fire. All, maybe not fire as much, but your thoughts, congruence, and the Akash is definitely something mental, something spiritual, something aligning for you, like new thought patterns, new lessons you're learning, things like that. And then we're on the end is fire. So I actually really want to get into this and see what's going on, because whatever this rendezvous is definitely either the result of or going to cause, or both, this sort of deep thinking. And with fire, either there's a fire sign involved here, or this is just some very fiery, either argumentative or passionate type energy going on. So let me stop talking. Let's just get into it. Let's look at the recent past with, what is going on? What is your guidance telling me? What is pile 2's guidance telling me about the recent past in this situation? Ooh, hello. Yeah, okay, definitely. Ooh, okay. So definitely some sort of relationship from the past, and it was a karmic relationship. There was karmic ties here, karmic lessons, soul contract of some kind. And part of this soul contract was to make you feel like you are carrying the burdens of this person. With the 10 of Wands in reverse, with the Wheel and the 2 of Cups, I really am seeing you were in a relationship that was very heavy and very draining. You could potentially still be in this relationship, but with rendezvous, I'm really feeling like a relationship from the past. We'll see with the present and the near future, but that they are going to be coming forward, and you've learned a lot from this connection. You've learned a lot about yourself, and not to carry so much of another's baggage and be kind of codependent in that way. So that is for sure what was going on. You were learning some lessons from that. Ow. Okay, you're a little closed off. Ow. Okay. Someone did not want me to go further. I get this sometimes when I'm doing readings, and I know it's not necessarily a negative outside influence because I always make sure that I'm protected, and the only ones coming forward in these readings are beings of light and love, and your guidance and my guidance. Your angels, my angels, but whatever I'm about to pull next is going to be crazy because I get this like crazy rib pain. I'm sure you've had it. It feels like it's your heart, but it's not. And you kind of just got to like breathe through it. Yeah, I just got that from when I was about to look at the present moment or clarify what lesson you're learning. Heartbreak on the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to do both because someone didn't want me to say this. So let's go in with the wheel and just kind of clarify what is the lesson that you were learning. What lesson were you learning in this relationship, carrying the burdens? Wow, these cards are so talkative, but they won't come out. Message for pile 2 from pile 2's guidance of what were you learning? Okay. Yeah, okay. So you were definitely learning how to accept change into your life and how to deal with like very high, intense, fast moving emotions. You know, like fits of anger, maybe just very passionate energy. You're learning how to regulate that within yourself. And especially you were learning how to change and how to let go. And potentially something about being able to recognize deceit and being able to know when someone is being sneaky and doesn't have your best interest. That or you learned how to be sneaky. But we're going to go with the other one. No judgment if that's what it is, but... Okay, so let's see for the present. Where are you at with the situation in the present moment? Oh, yeah. Okay, breaking free from the chains. There's a lot of old ways that you've coped. You know, it's like the ending of addiction, breaking free from manipulation, breaking free from the chains. It's a devil in reverse. It's like... like you just break free. Okay, but I'm also seeing some interesting energies here. Oh, man. Yeah, you are definitely in an energy of like sorrow and feeling blocked mentally, feeling blocked like spiritually, but mostly it's like actually, you know, fire being here, it feels like almost right now, you might be in an energy where you feel like you've lost your spark. You feel like you've lost your passion, your love, you know, or maybe you lost a relationship and you're having trouble letting go of either this relationship from the past or just the stuff that went on in it, you know? Maybe it came back forward with rendezvous and you're like, should I do this? I broke free, you know. I'm way better off now than when I was with this person, but they're coming forward and now it's got me feeling funny. I feel weird, like I kind of do miss them. Should I go back? Like there's just a lot of uncertainty and like unfulfilled. Yeah, you're feeling pretty unfulfilled right now. But you're holding true. You're standing your ground a bit. Yeah. You're standing your ground. These may be how you're doing, like, emotionally under the surface. But you're being stubborn. You're being very, very stubborn. I feel like maybe with this person coming forward, whatever's going on right now, it's like, you're feeling a lot of ways within your heart space. And maybe this is why, for me, I got that feeling, is because, you're avoiding accepting the fact that you feel this way about whatever that connection was, or a new one coming in. Maybe that one hurt you so bad, like you do not want to go into a new connection. Like, you are very closed off to acknowledging that, and acknowledging that, like you are being very stubborn right now. I'm seeing like you're on the surface level, you are all good, you're well put together, and you're being so stubborn with accepting the fact that you feel on some level like you've lost hope for love. And that on some level, either without this person, you don't want anyone, or because of what happened, you're unlovable. Like, there's some story going on in your head with love where you're just like you're being very pessimistic in the kindest way possible. You're being very pessimistic, and you really do feel hopeless in love. Like, maybe you'll never have love like this again, or something like that. But you are burying it so deep inside you, because you're like, no, I'm doing great. I'm manifesting what I want. I'm in my power. I'm feeling good. Maybe financially it seems like you're doing really good. But there's just underneath the surface some drama going on, some internal things going on, not really accepting what's gone down. And we will check in with the advice section for how to approach this, and for you to kind of connect in and see what's going on beneath the surface in order to help yourself. But let's see. Anyway, let's see in the near future what's going on with this. Pile 2, what's going on in your near future? Nice. Nice. I am seeing you walking away. You're either walking away from the rendezvous, this person coming forward, or, sorry, I like to sit on my knees. Oh, now I'm like totally out of frame. Dang it. Okay. But anyway, so you're walking away from whatever this situation is, which, take what resonates. I know I've said it could be like a previous relationship, a current one, someone who's coming back in. Take it how you will. But I do see you walking away from some aspect of this connection and really stepping into your power and stepping forward as, the leader that you are, the spiritual leader that you are, the life mission that you have on this path, and not allowing all this stuff get in the way of what you deserve and what you need. Yeah, be aware of, childish, like, within you, like, these childlike, like, pessimistic emotions, kind of like what we were just looking at. Like, it's gonna sound kind of, like, insensitive and a little mean, but just be aware of being a bit whiny, Make sure to check yourself sometimes, like, hey, you're kind of bitching, like, chill. You're being a little whiny. Chill out, But I'm seeing you, after leaving whatever this relationship, connection, whatever this is, you are looking at a so much brighter of a place. You're looking into just a very high vibrational energy, and it's kind of like you begin climbing the ladder. Right now you're kind of going through a lot of it, and you're denying it. You're in a bit of denial. But in the future, once you accept this and you walk away from whatever this situation is, I do see you in this Ten of Swords energy, where it's over, it's done, I'm walking away. I'm looking forward to my new beginning of sorts. Here, let me lower myself. Oh, that is so much better. I should have done that from the beginning. Okay. So, let's see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a bit of advice for you. Just for overall, what's kind of going on. Take time to breathe out. Make sure you are releasing, kind of like what I was saying with all this built up stuff. Make sure you're letting it out. Let it come forward. Let it come out. A new romantic cycle begins. Okay. A personal issue reaches resolution. Energy is gaining momentum. And also, interesting with how these cards laid out. Blue to purple to blue to purple. Interesting. Actually, kind of cool, too. The Libra and Cancer. I'm a Libra sun with a Cancer moon, so that's fun. But this ain't about me. This is about pile 2. This is about you. Okay? So, this definitely applies to the reading. With the new romantic cycle begins. This could either be, with you walking away and being able to step towards, bringing in someone who is better for you. You're learning the lessons of what you should be treated like, what you shouldn't. It could be a new start in your current relationship, take it how you will. This issue reaches a resolution. Hell yeah. That's what we're seeing up ahead with, what you're leaving behind. All these emotions, like you finally go through them and you take care of them. And energy is gaining momentum. You moving forward and you being in your power. Let's go, baby. That's what I like to see. Okay. So now we're just going to go in with our last bit of cards. Oh, I did want to clarify really quick. For this rendezvous, Pile 2's guidance, could you give a little hint of who this may be with? Okay, potentially a Capricorn. That resonates, take it. Someone with heavy Capricorn influence. So it is a Capricorn or Capricorn qualities. Potentially. Alright, so let's see a little bit more for advice. Actually, oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. I want to see this first. With this new romantic cycle beginning, I do want to see a card pop out for that. Any amount of advice for this new romantic cycle beginning. Yes. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it will all work out. Okay, yeah, you are kind of like leaving something. So surrender whatever old relationship that was, whatever old connection that was, and allow yourself to be open and willing to new things. Leave behind those old cycles and those old thought patterns, or maybe leave a current relationship. Just saying, be aware that that may be a possibility, but it doesn't mean it has to be. It could just be a certain type of cycle. Okay, you got 2 cards here. One of them fell. So you have the blue flame. Oh, this sunlight's kind of messing me up here. Okay, go. Okay, the blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And then you also have lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. So these are going to be your last cards, and this is from my Starseed Oracle. And what I love to do for these cards, your thoughts is like illuminated. But anyway, this is what I like to read off the passage from the book because it's worded very well and it just gives so much information. So I will read this off. All right. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in the moments of extreme awakening, activating the physical kundalini and activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of this world. That is not easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends, treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate to the extreme changes you're going through. Okay, that makes a lot of sense with what I'm seeing with your thoughts, congruence, the Akash, and kind of the good energy I see you going into is you are in a bit of an upgrading period, of a level up, and yeah, very interesting. Okay, so lifting the veil, let's see. All right. I almost never pull this card. I don't know if I ever have, so this is new. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so that we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match to who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the system and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some starseeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on the things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth. To stand for and protect those who don't have a voice. To look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it is so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? This, I feel, definitely has to do with you letting go of whatever that situation is. It is showing up, like in the near future, you are going to do that. I feel like this reading was mostly just confirmation for you to let you know that you're on the right path and to just be aware that right now you're suppressing emotions that you may not fully be aware of, or maybe you're aware but you're just avoiding them. So you're being called to look within at that, but with the near future coming up as you making that decision, I feel that you're in alignment and you know you're on the right path, and this was just a confirmation reading for you. So if you did enjoy and it resonated or brought you some clarity, please leave a like or subscribe or leave a little comment below. So if you chose this, oh, let me put it in the light if it'll focus. No, it won't. It'll be down here. Hello? Hello? Rock. I guess you don't need to see it clearly. You already chose it. You know what it looks like. You just saw it when it was focused. So if you chose this, pile 3, then this is your reading. All right. So let's get right into pile 3. Oh, those are pretty colors. Let's get into what is generally going on with you right now. What does your guidance want you to know about? Oh, interesting. What are you suppressing? Primal self, vulnerability. Okay. There's definitely something with fear going on here. Maybe you're being called to be vulnerable. Are there any other energies that want to come forward from your guidance for you to be aware of? Okay, and trust. Primal self, vulnerability, and trust. Very, very interesting picture that's being painted here already. So I want to just jump straight into tarot here, and we will clarify more with other cards, oracle cards later. I want to know, because this is clearly saying, like, there is something going on in your survival self world, in your, vulnerability. Ooh, okay. Okay, okay. You are very closed off to love right now. It almost seems, or not right now, sorry, in the recent past. It seemed, what? Sorry, just had a slight interruption. But anyway, so I'm seeing you being closed off to love, either a relationship that you are in or that you're trying to get into. You know, you want to show your love to someone, you want them to come forward, you want to be with this person, but it is feeling like you are competing very hard for them, or you feel like you're not good enough. Like maybe there's other people that are around this person. Let's see if we can clarify the Five of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, you are definitely feeling like, oh, interesting. You're definitely feeling like you're not enough. You're feeling kind of like, maybe like a bit of a back and forth between like, oh, why wouldn't they want me? Why wouldn't they want me? Of course they'd choose me. And then it's like almost like their action is showing differently, or they're just not showing up for you in the way that you want them to, and it's making you feel like maybe you are not good enough to have this person. um yeah, but there's a big change going on. We got a little hinty hint of that. You had a big change start recently with this connection, and something is going on with it that is making you see the world differently. Let's clarify in the present moment to see what's going on with that. What is going on with this in the present moment? I know another card is in here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of withdrawing within yourself, and you're getting stuck on the past with this person. Maybe this is a relationship that ended. I know it's something you want to take action towards, you know. You're just feeling like very, it's interesting because you have the King of Pentacles in reverse here, and then the Queen of Pentacles upright. So, you know, it's very conflicting in a way of like, you are taking care of your energy, you're keeping yourself in check, and, you know, you're staying grounded, but at the same time, it's almost like too much. Like you're getting a little too attached to the physical, to the 3D, potentially money or materialistic things. And, yeah, you're kind of being selfish in a way, and I feel like the reason why is because you are very attached to the past. Something about the past that you're very attached to. Possibly this connection, possibly another one that's kind of getting in the way of this current one. I want to clarify a little bit more with the present moments. Yeah, I feel like this person, you know, either, I feel like in a way, either they aren't entertaining you anymore. Like maybe they felt very drained in this connection or something. Or maybe it was you. I don't know. Someone was getting very drained here, and they felt like it was just the right idea to kind of like siphon you off, or you siphon this off from yourself, and you just became a little bit more forward thinking. You know, I'm not going to carry this anymore. I'm not going to carry the weight of this anymore. And yeah, it's very interesting how I'm seeing this. In a way, I feel like this connection and you obsessing over this connection or this past thing that went on, whatever this like obsessive energy is, I'm definitely seeing it's getting in the way of you going forward, and you know, learning your lesson, learning from your past mistakes. It's like your attachment to this is kind of getting a bit in the way of that. And it's time for you to kind of, I mean, with vulnerability and trust, be vulnerable. Trusting is vulnerability. Trusting another, or especially trusting yourself, is probably the most vulnerable you can be. And that's what's kind of coming forward. It's like your survival self, you know, the part of your brain that wants to just keep you alive, has a hard time putting down its defenses in order to trust, and to trust the process, and trust that this is all going to work out. It's like, no, we learned that this is dangerous. We shouldn't trust anyone. We can't be vulnerable. We know what happens when that goes on, you know? So let's see what's going on in the near future. Ooh. Why did my hand move it? Like, did you see that? Just like kind of like force itself into upright? I don't know. This is like, we'll take it as upright because I tried to move it into place and it just didn't want to. Okay. You have waning passions right now. Like you're, oh yeah, you are very indecisive. Like you are so scared of being hopeless, of being like naive. You know, you're still healing from whatever hurt went on. It's like the idea you have of like trusting the process and trusting another person, maybe specifically, that person could be yourself. It's like, no. I don't want to be hopeless again. I don't want to be left with nothing. I don't want to be so naive to think that this person is actually showing up for me in this way. I don't want to be naive in thinking that this is all going to work out when it may not. You know, like you're just very indecisive between that energy or between the energy of saying, you know, screw it. I'm gonna do what I need to. I'm gonna focus on my passions. I'm gonna step into my power, be a leader. You know, maybe even do something with career of like being seen, some sort of performer, entertainer. Just you have these options of I mean, yeah, that's kind of like a decision you're making. Either way, healing is needed. And I think you're being guided to trust that it's going to work out. Yeah, there's a big change going on. It's like things are coming down to be rebuilt. Yeah, you're getting more in touch with your emotions and you're being guided to not be so pessimistic and not see the great opportunities that are going on for you, you know. Maybe this one relationship didn't work out. Confirmed with the 5 of Cups that just sprang out. This one relationship didn't work out. This one situation didn't work out. This job didn't work out. Whatever it is, I really, truly do think it's relationship. But that doesn't mean to get so stuck in like, I wish I had that. Meanwhile, you're ignoring your twin flame soulmate over here. Like, but you're so upset about this one connection. You know, and yeah, just look within that. Look within and allow yourself to heal from this and put a good focus on what you're doing career-wise or passion-wise. And don't be so afraid to like be seen. Like go out there, be seen by people, talk to people. Ow. Just get out there and, you know, tap in emotionally within yourself and, you know, see what you can heal with the past. Maybe dig on yourself and go within and be like, so why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't be vulnerable? Like I can't trust, you know, and go into your, interesting. I don't know how I put this back together so poorly. Yeah. I mean, with that winding up somehow on the bottom of the deck, you really are going through a very transitional period, and this is a very, very good opportunity for you to really level up. And I mean, it's gonna take vulnerability. It's gonna take trust. It's gonna take moving away from your primal self and all these emotions of fear and instability with being vulnerable and trusting the process. Let's see, so let's get some advice cards from your guidance here. Just general advice. Your hard work is paying off. Always good to hear. What do you need to release? Potentially this past relationship, past things that went on. Maybe it was a past period in your relationship if you're still in one. And hold your vision. Stay focused on your passion. Stay focused on where you're going in career. And as long as you're doing these emotional releases and you're putting in effort with your passions, it's all going to pay off and you're going to leave room for something potentially new. With that, I do also want to pull from the Lovers here. Man. Oh, hello. Hello. Friendship. Ooh, okay. Okay, so let's decode this. So I'm seeing friendship along with soulmate. There's potentially someone that you are in a friendship with that could be your soulmate, or could be, someone for you to have a very great soul connection with on a romantic level. And, not to be so focused on the past. That goes with forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Your life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And emotions are a necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. 2 things to let go of, who has hurt you in the past, which directly ties into the vulnerability and trust. That's your guidance. Go within. Let go of the resentment you held towards the people who have hurt you, especially in relationships, and have the bravery to forgive them. Whatever it is that they've done, if you are holding on to this resentment and refusal to forgive this person, then, or these people, then it'll be really hard for you to move forward, and it'll be hard for you to have balance. Yeah. Definitely keep in mind a potential friend you have, or maybe friendships coming in, just be a little aware of that. It kind of seems like someone is going to come in, or is coming in, or is in as a friend, and it will grow into a soulmate connection. So, let's see. Now, for your final card to close it out, I'm using my Starseed Oracle, and for this deck, I like to read off the passage from the book, because I love the way it's worded, and I love the information that comes out. I wonder if it means something when cards go under the desk, almost like to hide from me. Okay. So, you have... Oh, I don't get this card often. Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Just saying. And then karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. All right. So this is definitely already pointing me, without me even reading from here, this is really clearly tying into what we've been talking about. But let's start with Activated Earth. Activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Ley lines are the invisible pathways on the land across which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses. Also known as spirit paths, they become compared to the meridian system of the body used in Chinese medicine, and they link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. In Australian culture, song lines were the paths traveled by the creator beings as they made land and the sea during the dreaming. These paths were recorded in traditional songs and dances of the people, allowing them to access information about the land's history and travel safely across great distances. Many believe that as we visit such sacred points on Earth, something is activated within us. Some also believe that connecting with the land with devotion at these sacred places, something is activated within the planet too. Are you being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or to tend to the land that you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers of nature's spirits in the land? As you connect with Earth and honor its keepers, the land opens up more fully to hold you, the fruits provide more nourishment, and the guardians watch over you. Okay, very interesting. That was a bit more geography-based, I guess, and culture-based, about places to visit. I mean, it explains a little bit more of kind of what's going on here. But I feel like we can definitely take the message of trusting where you're led and knowing that it is in the highest and best for you. And maybe something in there resonated for you specifically. I don't know. Okay, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now, are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and to see the things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. We are all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a greater way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Which relationships are you finding most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through the conflict? Yeah, so whatever this conflict was from the past, you're definitely being guided to go in, forgive, have empathy, see the other person's point of view. See the other person's point of view and understand that you are capable of trusting. You are capable of being vulnerable. But in order to get there, you must go back and forgive. Forgive, understand why it happened, see how it served you, see how it's made you a better person, and just karmically, why did it happen? What did you get from it? How have you grown because of it? And even go to the extent, if you feel comfortable, to even thank that person for what they may have done to you and apologize for what you've done as well. But thank that person for what they've done to you because of how it made you grow as a person and because of how you are now moving forward from it. So that's the end of this reading. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. If anything resonated or helped bring you clarity, please leave a like, maybe subscribe if you feel like it, maybe. And leave a comment below. I will see you in the next one. Bye.